Okay, so hello, this is Dark Knight, and welcome to Joseph and I's plantation. So we had hard times building this, so we had hard time building it by ourselves, so we decided to team up. My baby brother blew up mine with TNT and burned down buildings, and Joseph's computer broke, so we decided to do it together and form one awesome plantation. So, let's begin. So right now I'm going to take you on an aerial tour. Let me get a little higher so I can fly for a longer distance. So I'll just fall. I'm just going to glide. And as you can see, there's a few buildings. And that's the master's house, and there's a town nearby. So now let me just land. I'm bad at landing. I landed. So now let's first start with the master's house. These flag-like things based off of Connors is kind of like a symbol that they're rich and they have slaves. So over here's a few lamps that I can turn on and off. Dang it, it's raining. Okay, so then over here is a couch. So now let's walk in here. Bedrooms. Here's where Master and his wife would sleep. Here's where his kids would sleep. See, it's our kind of like homemade bunk bed. Okay, and this is the kitchen. And here's like some dirty food scraps that the kids have left. So right now we're in this cool tunnel that just made to the kitchen. So the kitchen is really cool. We had fun building this. Here's just a regular chest with nothing inside. And in the old times they didn't have microwaves, but we decided to take it to the next level, so they now have microwaves. Okay, now let's move it on. So this water fountain I created because I thought it was kind of blank, so I just decided to do a water fountain. I think it looks okay. So we should move on to the well next. So it was kind of easy to build, but there's nothing special about it. And we used an item frame to indicate that this is kind of like our bucket thing. And now let's move on to the laundry house. So let's open the door. They didn't have washing machines back then, so we also decided to take it to the next level and created a washing machine. Here's some dirty clothes. Maybe like this, it stops it, but we want to keep on letting it wash. So let's move on to the overseer's house. So we chose this door because it looks kind of creepy. Here's a little lamp. And this chest has a fishing rod named Whip. Slaves like this. Dang it, didn't work. Well, let's move on to the carpenter's workshop. So, hey, hello carpenter. What are you doing here? So here's a little seat, and here's this wood section that he's whittling. And here's a very damaged anvil, and here's the different types of woods he works with. And now, let's move on to the blacksmith. So, here's the blacksmith, and here's his work area. area. He has fire to soften the metal. He has an anvil. And he also has a little sink. And now let's go here. Here's his leather armor. And here's an iron pickaxe to work with. And here's a lava bucket, or I should have named it Smeagol. So now let's go to the smokehouse and the ice house. Let me show the smokehouse first. You can tell there's fire inside. So the smokehouse is where they smoke their meat to make it last longer and give it its smoky flavor. And here's 2 chimneys, so then the carbon dioxide won't build up, and when the master enters, it won't die. Here's meat, fire. We decided to do 2 chimneys because we thought that one big one looked weird and ugly, so we decided to do 2 smaller ones. And next, let's move to the ice house. It has something special in it. So here's our working refrigerator. We know that there wasn't any refrigerators back then, but we decided to create one anyway. It shoots out ice. It's an ice house anyway, so let's put it back. So we decided to make this a place where they make their ice, store their ice, and ice their food. So then it's kind of like a refrigerator. It's kind of like an all-in-one refrigerator. And there's meat here. And there's something secret. The slaves sometimes would escape right here, down in the underground tunnel to escape from the master or me, Dark Knight. So basically it takes them to here, like right behind the ice house. So they can escape into the town, but they would probably get noticed and sent back. So mostly they would probably run that way. So now let's check out all the farming stuff. So let's go to the garden. And I forgot to show you the toilet or the bathroom. Here's the scarecrow, and here's the master's little garden of flowers and pretty stuff, and basically everything pretty and colorful. That is living. And now here's the toilet. Ew. Someone forgot to dump this slop bucket. Might as well just destroy it myself. It's gone. It won't gross anybody out anymore. So now let's move on to the overseer's house. Wait, I think I did it. Yeah, I did it. So now let's move on to slave quarters. Don't have any doors. It's kind of simple. Got their blanket and hay, but they don't have a lot. And we kept them up there because if they ran around like crazy, they would damage the crops. So kept them up here. And now let's move on to the fields. So we planted beetroot, carrots, melons, pumpkins, wheat, potatoes, and finally, netherwort. Basically, I think it's everything that you could plant in Minecraft. So, dang, it's raining again. Okay. let's clear it up. Let's move it to a barn. So I had a lot of different animals here. I had sheep. See, there's some pigs, cows, and chickens. And over here is where the master would store food for his animals. See, and you kind of do get a little view of the animals. They don't fall down unless you're right here, but they will fall down slowly. The other side is the same thing, but I'll show you to prove it. See, it's the same thing. Okay, now let's get to the fun part, where I might be doing some bad parkour. So, I built stables. So I had to build this and tame them and equip them. And these two are my favorite horses, but my favorite of all is definitely you. So now I'm gonna ride him. And so I built this little parkour training ground because the master would hunt stuff and he needs to be trained. He knows how to ride it properly. So I'm not the best at parkour, so you might not be amazed of what you see, but I don't know if something cool would happen. So just trying to do my best to press all view. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so now I'm on top of this thing here. Yep, I don't think it's very impressive, but you can at least train here. It's better than nothing. So now let's head back. You can also practice your speed if you want in the middle. You can go pretty fast on a horse. So, different horses are this horse that I'm riding on is for the master or me. And then here, this horse right here would probably is the overseer's horse, and these two horses are the children's two horses, so they could have fun riding. And am I missing anything? I think that is about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you seen some of the amazing things that me and Joseph built together. And I appreciate you that you watched this video today. And I hope that maybe in the future and someone gives you an assignment, maybe you would use one or two of our ideas someday. Well, this is our plantation, and we hope